Okay, I know I said I was only going to do the 15 reasons with my co-host. Um, this is one I think I personally alone feel. Maybe I'm being too strict. Maybe I'm enjoying the rival company TNA too much to the point where I can't enjoy WWE right now. I don't know. But I have to make this 15 reasons. I have to get this off my chest. And more importantly, I have to see if anybody in the YWC agrees with me, thinks I'm being harsh, thinks I'm right on the target. I need to figure out because I have not been enjoying the 3 hour Raws at all. The only thing I've been enjoying is Daniel Bryan, and to be honest, we saw him on freaking SmackDown. So that's it. That's really I'm not enjoying the Punk heel turn. He's looked more like a piece of shit chicken than a fucking full time I'll kick your head off heel, other than the time he kicked Big Show in the face. That surprised me. But other than that, he's been kind of a chicken shit. Just to be honest with you. Number 15, AJ's GM. Okay, don't get me wrong. I did say Daniel Bryan is the only thing I've been enjoying. But AJ's GM has actually been pretty funny. The way she's pretending to kiss Daniel Bryan and Punk, to me, is fucking hilarious. Because I can imagine myself in that position due to past experiences. But it's hilarious to me. But at the same time, I was always wondering, I wonder if this spot would have been better if Edge was in it, or Mick Foley was in it, to maybe set up a match with Dolph Ziggler at WrestleMania, or somebody else that could have done something different with this spot, other than AJ, because AJ was quite predictable. She was going to go immediately to Daniel Bryan, where an Edge could feel with numerous people, not in matches, but psychology-wise and backstage promos. It would be entertaining. But I'm not going to complain hugely about AJ. They already buried their fucking Divas division, so there's no reason to complain about it. Just saying. Number 14, no one is happy about it. I've read numerous reports about people bitching and moaning. We think it's going to go back to 2 hours before the end of 2012. It's just more work, blah, blah, blah. Whole bunch of the roster, a whole bunch of backstage workers and creative writing. Just bunch of bitching. But what does they do? Fuck our employees. We're going to gain some money. Urgh. Number 13, nothing gained. By nothing gained, I mean, it's hard to explain. I feel like when I watch the 3 hour Raws, I'm watching a glorified extra hour of a 2 hour Raw. Do you remember the 3 hour Raws back in April and May, I believe they were? They didn't do a draft. They didn't do anything special. They were just 3 hour Raws. That's what I feel like I'm watching. And to be honest, both of those 3 hour Raws back before the actual 3 hours started sucked. Just to be honest. Number 12, no returns. Don't give me that Brock Lesnar has came back bullshit. We already know Brock was coming back. It's not a surprise. They didn't give us any return of a mid-carder, maybe like a Carlito or MVP or somebody that we've seen before. And we could say, oh, I remember that guy. They didn't give us any returns. Or even ones that make us shit our fucking pants, like somebody from TNA or a Flair or anything. There was no returns at that 3 hour Raw, and there hasn't been returns since that keep me personally around to keep being entertained. There hasn't been. And linking to that would be number 11. There's been no debuts. The FCW roster is greatly stacking up. Whether it be Seth Rollins now having to carry on the stupid NXT Championship, whether it's been Richie Steamboat, who's finally starting to own his skills in the ring and is ready to come to the main roster, whether it's Cassius Ohno, who's been a veteran for years and should have been there almost like Daniel Bryan, just went straight to the fucking moon. Maybe a tag team like The Ascension, Kenneth Cameron, and Conor O'Brien. Conor O'Brien looked like he might have gotten a chance at NXT, and he wasn't that bad in the ring. He's gotten better since. The Ascension, an obvious tag team you could bring up. Corey Graves and Jake Carter, another tag team that they desperately need. I'm hoping they bring up at least two tag teams before the end of the year, or at least sometime early next year, because these two tag teams are ready. They have great finishers. They have at least a decent gimmick that makes sense, and I can see all four of these guys spreading off, and if not become single mid-carders, become single upper mid-carders, or even main eventers. But no, they're just going to send them to NXT and stack up, let alone Dean fucking Ambrose. Where the hell is he at? Number 10. There's been no big change at the 3 hour Raw. This kind of links to number 13 with nothing gained. It's just a glorified 2-hour Raw. They're accomplishing the same exact thing they were accomplishing in 2-hour Raws, but adding an hour. It sucks. Just to be honest with you. Number 9. Not a whole lot going on. The Punk heel turn. I hate to say it, but there's nothing going on with Cena. Even if it would be stupid, at least it'd be noticeable. Nothing's going on with Cena. That surprises the hell out of me. He's just there. Just to be honest with you. You got AJ as the GM, you have Punk bitching and moaning, you have the Big Show that's an angry fucker, and then you have Cena. That's it. He's just Cena. I'm honestly quite shocked that they haven't done any big angle with him or anything. It's just he's there. In fact, I've been noticing Daniel Bryan a lot more on TV than John Cena. It's like John Cena is no longer the face of the company, in my opinion. I know that sounds really stupid, but think about it. At the beginning of this year, everything revolved around John Cena. John Cena was the big guy at the Royal Rumble. Not winning the Royal Rumble, but he was a big guy at the Royal Rumble. He was feuding with Kane. He was partners with Zack Ryder and some ripoff of the Beefcake and Hogan. He was fucking having sex with Eve in the locker room. See, he was everywhere, kind of like how AJ was. And now Cena's just in one feud, not making a huge difference that anybody else couldn't make. And I'm not sure if I should be happy or sad or confused. I don't know. What do you guys think about it? I just don't think he has had a big impact on the feud, let alone CM Punk's heel turn or anything else. Number 8, more of the same. It's what I'm saying. They're doing the same exact thing they're doing in 2-hour Raws, but taking it to 3 hours. You still get to see the primetime players like you're seeing them in 2 hours. You still get to see Cena, Bryan, Sheamus, whoever else there is. I mean, maybe they're adding like a tag team matches like Jericho and Christian versus Ziggler and Miz. I guess you're adding matches like this, which are okay. But is at the point where you're going to say, thank God, it's 3 hours. Yes! Are you? Number 7, trouble keeping my attention. With the extra hour, I sometimes have trouble watching pay-per-views. One I can mention is the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view back in February. Or maybe TNA's Final Resolution. Some of these 3-hour things just... It's trouble in keeping my attention. In SummerSlam, I'm going to be able to look forward to Brock and Triple H. I will be looking forward to the match. I'm looking forward to see how Chris Jericho and Dolph Ziggler, especially Jericho leaves, how they're going to do that angle. I'm looking forward to the Bryan Charlie Sheen angle if they're deciding to do that. I'm kind of looking forward to the triple threat. I'm not really looking forward to the world title match. I'm looking forward to Wade Barrett's return, and he'll probably have a match at SummerSlam. And more importantly than anything else, I'm looking forward to the roster reveal for WWE13. But that's something to look forward to. With Raw, more Punk and Bryan. Yes, no. Number 6. Trying to do what Nitro did. Okay, when Monday Night Nitro for WCW went 3 hours, they were winning the Monday Night Wars. They were getting high ratings. Way higher than what WWE is doing right now. And they were arguably the best promotion in wrestling, bar to none. Why were they the best? I'll give you a hint. They had variety divisions. They had larger-than-life characters like Sting, Macho Man, Hogan, the NWO, the WCW team, and people coming up, like the Benoits or the Malenkos, the cruiserweights there, that were trying to raise up the bar and make bigger names for themselves, but still got your attention. Huge characters. Even Luger, if you want. Some people like Luger. Some people like Buff Daddy! Buff Bagwell. Interesting character, if nothing else. They had a huge roster that most of the people had at least some kind of talent there. While WWE has... Just saying. Number 5. There's less value to the pay-per-views. WrestleMania can't be argued because it's 4 hours instead of 3. And to be honest, every time I watch WrestleMania, unless it's 27 or 9... it usually keeps a decent attention. Not the second time or third time around. It depends how good it is. But the first time around, it'll always keep my attention because it's WrestleFreaking-Mania. But SummerSlam has lost its value a little. Just a little. Survivor Series is going to lose its value. The only reason the Royal Rumble probably won't lose its value is because it has a Royal Rumble match. But other than that, it's the pay-per-views just seem like shows you have to pay for. Who's going to give a shit about Night of Champions? Who's going to give a shit about bragging rights if they decide to bring that back? Who's going to care about TLC? People might care about the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view or the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, but not the extra pay-per-views that don't have any gimmicks or anything cool to it. They're just shows you have to pay for. And to be honest, way too much for. That's it. Number 4. This might be asking too much, but is there brands? I remember the fucking angle where I believe it was Laurinaitis said, Brodus Clay is exclusive to SmackDown now, yet he just got kneed in the fucking penis by Damien Sandow. Or Chop Block McGee. You know what I mean? So, is there brands? Is this like the Attitude Era where Raw and SmackDown aren't brands or just shows? I believe the last time I took the WWE website, they still had brands, and what the fuck's going on? I don't fucking stupid shit. Number 3, it's a cry for attention by Mr. McMahon. He's just like, maybe we go 3 hours, we'll get big ratings. Granted, the 1000th Raw did get huge ass ratings compared to most of it, but it's dropped since. So fuck you, McMahon. Number 2, a lack of variety. Like I said with Nitro, they had the Cruiserweight division, Tag Team division, a great faction, great characters, great main eventers, storylines to look forward to, the streak that Goldberg was doing. Ryback's starting to come up, but he's not quite there yet. There's no variety. It's horrible. It's just like, oh, I'm going to look forward to these mid-cards and these main eventers. That's it. There's no something different or something to add. Maybe if they started doing a Cruiserweight tournament after SummerSlam, I'd go fucking balls deep and go, yes! But they're not. Or maybe a tag team tournament to crown, like, the number one contender. I don't know. Just something that's different. Anything. Please. Please! And number 1. The biggest reason of all. There is no reason. The employees don't like it. There was no reason to. There is no more extra time needed for the show. It wasn't like, holy shit, they fed a 3-hour show into a 2-hour. It wasn't like that. It felt like half the times you were still floating along in the fucking show during the 2 hours. There's no debuts where you need a couple extra minutes to feature that star prominently. There is no extra division you're adding or more superstars you're adding like cruiserweights to the show where they need spot. There is no extra like constant all of SmackDown and all of Raw. They're kind of getting there, but not the whole time. You're not seeing Ryback anymore on Raw, and you're not seeing Cesaro on Raw. So it's not like they need to add guys like those that they still want to prominently feature. There was no reason to do this. I don't know a lot of people on YouTube, or even casual fans that are happy. My dad's a casual fan, and he said, fuck this is taking too long. Nobody wants to fucking Raw be 3 hours. It's just McMahon's ego saying, oh, I can do this. Yeah! It's just McMahon. He's the only one to fucking do this, and yet another goddamn sign that the old fart needs to freaking retire now. Fuck McMahon, fuck the 3-hour Raws, fuck the WWE Network. This is goddamn stupid, and he knows it. It's time to move on with your goddamn ego, quit the 3-hour Raws, turn it back to the traditional 2 hours. At least you took the Super Show off, but still, we need to go back to 2-hour Raws, and maybe I'll consider 3-hour if you start adding more superstars, guys from SCW that are ready to come up for a long-ass time now, like Rollins and Ono and Steamboat, and just more divisions, something different. That's it for this video. If you want to subscribe up above, like this video, comment your thoughts below. This is over. Fuck the 3-hour Raws. Tell me if I was overly aggressive. Tell me if I'm right on the ball. I'm interested in your opinions. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace.